the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer here, helping you get your business right by reminding you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. And Angel is gone today, so you've got me, and I open up the phone lines to you if you'd like to call in and make your opinion known and or contribute to the conversations that we are having here on the program. 303-632-4160. That's 303-632-4160. We'd love to hear your contribution. And I want to talk to you about something that is very near and dear to our hearts here at Experience Pros. And that is ways in which you can get the media, yes, the media, the big boy radio, the newspaper, trade magazines, television, the media, to cover your story or connect with your why. And now what I'm not talking about here is I'm not talking about advertising. Advertising is a completely different situation, and the role of advertising is valid, has great merit to it, but is a paid spot or a paid commercial with a specific return on investment intent. If you pay $10, you want $1 out, right? Or 11 back, however you want to say it. What I'm talking about could be categorized in the wheelhouse of marketing, but really is moreover in the wheelhouse of how to become an influencer. So we're going to cover a couple of different things, and then I'm going to give you a gift at the end of this segment. The first thing is, you got to understand that journalists and producers and show hosts of every sort, whether they're journalists on a newspaper or a magazine, kind of a print media, if they are journalists and or producers on television and or radio, they are hungry for your input. They need stories, but they need stories that are relevant, right? They need stories that are valuable to them and their arena. Now, I've written extensively on this topic, and at the end of this segment, I'm going to give you our summarized report. Super connect to listener John. Man, what a solid guy you are, Coach John Brubaker. Coach Brew, we know him as Coach Brew. Says, pay attention, folks. This is great insight. Working in media, Eric and Angel are like the canary in the coal mine. First to die, John. I appreciate that. No, we're trying to pave the way for you. And listener Stephanie, super great to see you out there as well, connecting with us by way of our social media. This is streamed live and broadcast live every single day right here on Facebook Live, as well as going out to not only our market here in Denver, but the nationwide market by way of the Biz Talk radio network. So talking about getting in the media and why you want to. And again, like I said, we've written extensively on this topic. And it's imperative if you want the media to cover you. And by the way, the reason you want that is because it's one to many. If you are covered by the media, you become credible in the eyes of the reader and or listener or viewer. So with this, you have a one-to-many opportunity to share your story that you simply cannot get in any other way. Keep in mind, again, the disclaimer. We're not talking advertising. I'm not saying buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. That is the quickest way to get on a list that says don't have you on the media or whatnot. But if you want to get your business covered in the media, and I'm drawing from an article written in 2015 based on from smallbiztrends.com. If you want to get into the media, the first thing that you really need to do is you need to know what each individual media outlet covers. Let me give you an example. Our friend Coach Brew would, he would be, he does a lot of counseling and consulting. Consulting is the better word, for professional sports. And so if he brought a professional sports message to a, let's call it a political station, it would be a mismatch of messaging. Now, I know Brew well enough to know that he would shift that up and make it, well fit for the medium that he's trying to achieve. But the idea of it is, know your outlet. Make sure that your message matches the message. And I'll go so far as to say matches the audience of your chosen outlet. Know the audience, know the demographics. There's a different demographics for people who listen to CNN or watch CNN than do Fox News. It's a different demographic. You got to know the difference. And by the way, you can pitch both of those outlets opposite storylines as long as you can talk intelligently about both sides of an issue. You really can do that. And I see people do it all the time. So to know what the media outlet covers, you do not want to mismatch with the publication or the individual journalist or show host. Second of all, at this juncture, it's probably safe to say that you want to send your initial pitch by way of email and not by way of the telephone. Why? Well, email is sortable, and the telephone just takes time. And I'll be honest with you, in our office, we get somewhere between 50 to 100 pitches a day to be on this radio program. And if they're lucky, 4 might get through. So somebody has to go through all those pitches and decide who gets who's going to be selected for this topic and whatnot. So send it by email. Email is easy to reply to. Email is easy to categorize and easy to filter. Make sure that you're going to reach the right person. If you want media to cover your business, when you send a pitch, make sure it's going to the right person. If you don't have a PR professional, this is the greatest case I can make for having and hiring a public relations professional, because they know the contacts. They know who to pitch to. They know when to pitch. They know where the thing needs to go. And they make sure that the information gets in the right hands at the right time. It is really a mistake to send your pitch to the wrong person or just to the basic inbox of a contact form. It will literally never be seen. So if you want to get on to the media and you want the media to cover you, make your pitch. And in a coming segment today, I'm going to talk about writing the perfect pitch. Okay. But when we get to that section, remember, it's got to go to the right person. And it is really important. Now, you got to be the expert. And this is where you've got to, Mama always said, don't brag on yourself, right? Don't take a higher than necessary opinion of yourself. Mama was right, but this is the one time when you've got to stand up for yourself and let the media know that you are the expert in this area or industry. And in order to do that, my friends, do not hound them with an email after email. Did you get my email? What was your thoughts on my email? Would you like to have me? How about now? On a scale of 1 to 10, how close are we getting to having me on the show? Those things are counterproductive. But every 3 months, send in a pitch with a specific headline. Here's the other thing I'm going to say to you before we have to go to a quick commercial break. We're going to continue this conversation on the other side, but do not write the same pitch for every news outlet. It will never fly. People want to know that they're getting an original pitch for an original segment. You could tweak it a little bit and send it something different, but you would not be surprised to find that producers, talent talk to each other, and if the same pitch comes across two different outlets, the answer will be no. We'll be back on the other side of these messages. Stay with this video and this audio. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Need a CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we carry popular brands of CPAP equipment, including ResMed, Respironics, and more. To move inventory, we're selling some of our ResMed CPAP machines at prices lower than you would think. Learn more about these affordable ResMed CPAPs at CPAP.com. We'll even provide free shipping on your ResMed machine orders, so you'll get it fast when you enter the promo code RADIO. The best part? No insurance needed. Our CPAPs are priced so low, they can even cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and carries a large inventory of sleep apnea equipment. With little retail overhead and no middlemen, we're the best way to get affordable, comfortable sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com has a large inventory of ResMed CPAPs and is offering free shipping on these devices. For these great deals and others, visit CPAP.com. Don't forget to enter the promo code RADIO. That's RADIO.
Tune in to Money Talk KDMT 1690 every Saturday at noon for the best advice on building that nest egg. You'll hear expert advice on feathering your nest, caching resources for the future, and going for the gold finches with a show that can put a little more green in your day-to-day living. While they may not be Wall Street wizards, they are the wizards of wildlife. And if you'd like to add these beautiful colors and melodious songs of wild birds to your portfolio, listen to Bird Talk Saturdays at noon on 1690 KDMT, presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. David and Scott Menno will enrich your life with tips on attracting birds, butterflies, bats, bees, and other things that don't start with the letter B. The Bird Brothers will bring you fascinating interviews, nature news, insights on building the best wild bird habitat, and we hope to bring you a smile and a chuckle or two as well. So listen to Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on Money Talk 1690 KDMT.
Attention business owners, Laura Pensatencio, online marketing expert, will be hosting the Social Savvy Geek Show. She'll provide education and actionable insights for entrepreneurs and small business owners in need of consistent leads and sales. Laura will help you find, engage, and convert your ideal clients. The Social Savvy Geek Show is on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 10 a.m. Join Laura, the Social Savvy Geek, at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. KDMT.
Managing rental property isn't easy.
Yeah, hi, it's me from Apartment G.
Kind of like you're on call 24/7.
My apartment is flooding?
That's why H.E. Smith & Company is always there to help you manage your property.
Yeah, me again. You're not going to believe it, but it's freezing in here.
H.E. Smith & Company, residential property management for single-family homes, condos, townhomes, apartment buildings, everything. We have crews for maintenance. We find and screen the best tenants for you. With H.E. Smith & Company, the only management you have to do is deposit the check.
Yeah, me again in Apartment G. You know the toilet's running and the refrigerator's not.
At A.G. Smith & Company, we've been managing houses and apartments throughout Denver for 40 years. And when we're on the job, you don't have to be. Ask about our comprehensive management program, our free rental evaluation for your property. And remember, there's never a setup fee at A.G. Smith. Learn more today at agsmithco.com.
Yeah, it's me again.
A.G. Smith, always there.
Take your home like it is and let us help you make it like you want it. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. We've been doing just that for over 30 years now. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Hey, we know this radio station is your favorite, but did you know you can find even more great Christian stations now on christianradio.com? More stations, more podcasts, and more uplifting faith-building programs. Download the app now by visiting christianradio.com.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
That's right, folks. We do want to interact with you live on the show. Thank you for tuning in to this, the home of positive business talk. Angel out in Vegas right now, and you've got me. If you want to join the conversation, the phone number to call is simple, 303-632-4160, 303-632-4160. We encourage you to pick up your phone and go ahead and call into the program while it's live. And talk about what you think are some good ways to gain media access or media coverage of your story. And we're going to continue our conversation along those lines and kind of giving you the why behind our position in the marketplace and why we do what we do here, creating influencers and helping people become visible. Because frankly, folks, here's the truth. It doesn't matter if you've got the best widget, the best system, the best process, the best people, the best any of that service. None of it matters if nobody knows you. And so Angel and I are on a mission to help people create influencers or build influence out of themselves and into the marketplace. And one of the best ways to do that is to leverage media, and in particular, major market media. You say, well, there's no major market media outlets where I am. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about selling your stuff. Here's the truth. Sales is secondary. In fact, it's more than secondary. It's way down the list. Sales is not the focus of becoming an influencer. Sales is the unavoidable byproduct of becoming an influencer. And so the biggest, most important thing that we can tell you is if you want to increase your sales, increase your influence. If you want to see tremendous growth in your business, increase your influence. If you want to see remarkable growth, increase your influence. And how do you do that? You leverage the tool that sits before you every day. Media, news, print media, television and radio. Those three are so critical to getting your story told in such a way that you can establish and put yourself on the fast track to establishing credibility, such that no other forms of resource duplicate that process. So let's take a look at some of the other things. I told you to make sure that you tell them that you're an expert. You got to establish credibility. It's a catch-22. You won't have credibility until somebody says you do, and they won't say you do until you have it. So one of the best ways that we've ever seen in order to quickly establish credibility is to get influencers to say that you are an influencer by paying for the service. To get onto the media, to get into the media by paying for the service, not just to tell your story, but to build that street cred that doesn't come any other way. And the difference between a paid spot, and I don't mean a paid advertisement, I mean paid placement on media. The difference between paid placement on media and non-paid placement on media is one is a sure thing, and the other is maybe you make it through the net. There's 100 different people every single day pitching to be on this radio show, and in a very busy day, 4 get through. So, the odds are greatly in your favor if you decide you want to pay for it. And I mentioned this yesterday, and I'll mention it again. There's no shame in paying to be placed in the media. And here's why. You pay for your college degree, you pay for your food, you pay for the roof over your house. No different than paying for the opportunity to get a microphone that takes your story out one to many. Once you pitch these media outlets, make sure that you're easy to reach. And by easy to reach, there's a couple of things. First of all, I got to know your phone number. I got to know your email address. I got to know your website, because I'm going to do 2 things, maybe 3 things before I ever pick up the phone and talk to you and say, yes, I want to put you on the show. I'm going to check you out. Unless you are already a major influencer whose name is ubiquitous and I know you, then I'm going to check you out. Your website is critical for that, right? So I need your website information. Need to be able to contact you by email and by phone, because there may be something that I want quickly. I'll pick up the phone and call you. There may be something that I need a paper trail of, and in that regard, I'm going to write you an email. But really important that you make yourself easy to find. And then the other thing that goes along with making yourself easy to find, and I think this is so important, and that is make sure above all else that if somebody calls you and says, I can get you on the show today or tomorrow, or calls you up and says, can you be on the 6 a.m. flight or the 10:30 red eye to New York City, make absolutely certain that you are ready and well prepared to say yes to that. If you pitch a media outlet and they say yes, and you say, it's a little inconvenient for me today, I promise you, your street cred will go south, and you probably won't be invited back again. I know many friends who, one in particular, who is regularly called upon by Fox News out of New York City to be there. He lives in Baltimore, Maryland, and he is regularly called to get on a train in the middle of the night and go. And such to the point that when the phone rings, to they saying, yeah, we want you on at the, at 6 a.m. on the East Coast. And that phone rings at 4 a.m. to say yes to him. By 4:15, he is shaved, showered, brushed his teeth, and out the door and ready to go. The minute the lights go on, he's in, he's on, and he kills it every single time. You got to be ready to say yes. It's part of making yourself available. If that is unbearable to you, then reconsider what media you are trying to pitch. If you're trying to pitch a morning talk show and you don't want to call in the middle of the night, then don't pitch the morning talk show. Okay. Let's talk about quickly making sure that you know that most journalists can be found on Twitter. So, Twitter is a great tool for following journalists and producers. And if you are connected with them and you've got a storyline, pitch it to them in a direct message on Twitter. Just a simple, quick little thing. If there's any interest in that at all, they will reply back. If there's not, do not continue to hound them. That's an important piece. All right, we'll be back right after these messages. I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect pitch to the media after these messages.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Waiter, sir.
Jimmy Sangenberger here.
Waiter.
You wouldn't go to a restaurant where the waiter chooses your meal. So why are you letting everyone else choose your candidates? In the primary, unaffiliated voters can impact your party's choice for the ballot. The caucus on March 6th is your chance to choose the candidate free from interference by those who don't share your values. The caucus process lets you speak with other engaged voters in your party to choose the best possible candidate for the primary ballot. Attend caucus on March 6th. Visit your party's website to register today.
Message and data rates may apply. Warranty good as long as you own your mattress. Details at nectarsleep.com.
Do you realize you spend almost a third of your life in bed? Sleeping is practically a full-time job, and you deserve the right conditions to do it well. That's why there's Nectar. We're not just a mattress company, we're sleep advocates. Our promise is as sweet as our name, to tuck you in for the best sleep of your life. Our sleep engineers have perfected a bed with optimal firmness, breathability, coolness, and comfort. What's more perfect? How about no showroom markups to save you hundreds, free shipping, our dreamy forever warranty, and a full year to sleep on it? That's right. Sleep on Nectar for 365 nights. If you don't love it, return it for a full refund. Snuggle up with our best deal. $125 off plus 2 free pillows when you text ENJOY to 234234 or go to nectarsleep.com. Text ENJOY to 234234. ENJOY to 234234.
Are you thinking about updating that outdated kitchen or bathroom? It's a new year and there has never been a better time to get started. I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth, and we can help you transform your kitchen or bathroom for less money than you ever thought possible. Our customers get the unique mix of superior quality and top-of-the-line customer service, all at affordable prices. Don't overpay for your cabinets and countertops. Through the end of February, our specials and upgrades mean thousands of dollars in savings, even over those big box stores. And, as always, we upgrade all our cabinets to the latest in anti-slam technology at no additional charge. Let us go to work for you. You can visit our showroom or call us today, 303-456-6400. That's 303-456-6400. Also, to view all our current specials, visit our website at allaboutgreatdeals.com. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
Are you embarrassed by your smile? Are you unable to eat the foods you love, afraid to laugh, afraid to live a normal life, even afraid to go out in public? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here. I believe that you deserve a smile that you love so you can live your life the way you want, with the peace of mind that you can smile without embarrassment and that your mouth is healthy. At Barrett's Dental, we want to help you get your life back. I invite you to my office for a free consultation where you can find out for yourself if you are comfortable at Barrett's Dental. We offer total dental solutions, meaning we can handle all of your dental care in one convenient location without referring you all over town. If you feel safe at Barrett's Dental, it's the last place you'll need to visit to get the care you need. Is the condition of your mouth causing you to live a life of quiet desperation? Call me. I'll take great care of you.
If you're looking for a safe place to take care of all your dental needs, call Barrett's Dental at 303-502-5527 or visit denverdentist.com.
DenverHalfPrice.com, where everything is on sale at half price. Get red hot deals from some of the area's best retailers. 50% off carpet cleaning, car washes, spa treatments, gym memberships, tax preparation, oil changes, and more. Everything is on sale at half price. Go to DenverHalfPrice.com and save today. That's DenverHalfPrice.com. Why pay full price for anything? Go to DenverHalfPrice.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel is out in Vegas right now speaking to a bunch of entrepreneurs and lining up a whole bunch of new talent to bring here to the program for you. They are becoming all-star contributor hosts, which means they've jumped on the influencer train, and you will know their names, I guarantee that. And a shout-out to our friends Stephanie asked a question. We're going to get to that in just a moment. Listener Neil just jumped in, says he's able to listen to whenever he's able to. Hey, super great to see both of you guys on the social side. Thank you for tuning in. We're talking about how to leverage major market media in order to get attention for your business. The reason why we've done that is well established, that the role of the influencer is primary if you want to build your business, to grow your business, to grow your sales. And here's the thing that really kind of makes smoke come out most people's ears. In the world of Experience Pros, sales are not the goal. I want to let that sink in for just a minute. Sales are not the goal. They are the unavoidable byproduct of the level of influence that you have. We've reverse engineered Bob Burg's words that say, all things being equal, people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And when you reverse engineer that and say, I must be somebody that people know, like, and trust, how do I do that? You come to the conclusion that all the talking heads, Mari Smith, Seth Godin, Gerber, Michael Gerber, Adweek, Forbes magazine, Inc.com, Success, Entrepreneur, they're all coming to the same conclusion. And that is that 2018 is the role of the rise of the micro influencer. And you want to be on that train, folks. You really, really do. You want media to know your name. You want the potential target audience to know your name. How do you do that? Well, Experience Pros has dialed it in, and we can take you on that journey if that's what you want to do. So if you're interested in that, here's a website for you to go take a peek at, youontheradio.com. Youontheradio.com. It's free to look at the website. Go ahead, take a peek at it, see what we have to say. In the meantime, going to come back before I get to how to write the perfect pitch. I'm going to come in and address the question that listener Stephanie says. She says, Eric, you keep using the word story, getting your story told. What are you referring to when you say story? Stephanie, thank you for the question. And this is how live, interactive, major market radio, nationally syndicated is done. We stop traffic and say, you know what, listener Stephanie, that is a great question. And here's the answer to it. Every one of us has a story, and your story is not buy my stuff. The big mistake, I believe, that many small business owners and entrepreneurs are making, especially when they go networking, they go wherever they go, they are in a constant thought process of how do I convert this conversation into a transaction? And that is simply not real life. Real life is storytelling. Real life is, how was your day at work? Oh, let me tell you something. I had such a difficult time, or I had a great time at work. Let me tell you about the person that I got to meet. Let me tell you about this. It's all about stories. And so when I talk about your story and the telling of your story on in media and on the radio, the television, in the newspaper, I'm just even as we were going to a break, I was reading an article about Damon Johns, and maybe you know him as one of the sharks on Shark Tank. He's the CEO of FUBU brand of apparel, and he's got a third business going on now as well. Angel and I had we hired Damon John and his team to work with Experience Pros and kind of work through some of the processes that we were working on in order to get to the next level. In the whole process there, it's all about the story. Let me tie it up for you, Stephanie, as we talk about creating the perfect pitch, because your pitch is your story. Okay. And it's whatever you feel like you can competently cover. You are an expert in your industry, and there are many stories in your industry. For instance, I'm talking about the storyline of how to become an influencer. I'm talking about the storyline in more specifically in how to get on the media. Now I'm talking about the storyline of how to write the perfect pitch. That's my story. Okay. And I am perfectly equipped to do it because I'm on the receiving end of more than 100 of those every single day. So here's what we can do. Step one to create the perfect media pitch or to tell your story is to make a list of the topics that you can cover intelligently. Okay. Make a list of the topics. Media needs ideas. Media needs content. You can give it to them by providing a specific topic that you're an expert in. Make your topic, your story, newsworthy and relevant, right? Make it newsworthy and relevant. Hopefully this is resonating with you, listener Stephanie. Once it's relevant and newsworthy, and you know, here's a title. And by the way, you got to give it a title, and the title's got to be catchy, because if it's not catchy, it goes straight to file 13. I won't even look at it if it doesn't have a catchy title. Okay. So, 10 costly mistakes families make on their taxes is a perfect pitch for right now, right? Because we're not yet to tax. We're in the middle of tax season. There's still time for me to take corrective action if I'm making these mistakes. So that's a perfect title and a perfect pitch, a perfect story. If you know the tax code and there are things that I'm doing, or the audience, the audience at large is doing in order to, if I'm making mistakes, I'm losing money. I'm leaving money on the table. You do not want to pitch that to ESPN. It doesn't make any sense, right? But it makes all the sense in the world to pitch it to, a station whose bread and butter is business and tax or financial news. Okay. Hopefully that's making sense. So make a list of the topics you can cover. I recommend that you cover the topics from both sides, right? So that you cover the topic from the side that says, I'm for this, and then come at it from a different angle. This is the argument against this. It doesn't mean that you have to be the one. You don't have to say, I agree with any of this. The fine art of the reporter, and imagine yourself wearing the hat of the reporter. The fine art of the reporter is just the facts, man. Just put out the information without taking a side. Be as objective as possible in that. The second step to creating the perfect pitch or telling your story, Stephanie, is to research the best targets for your idea. I just mentioned, don't go to ESPN if you've got a tax story. I think that's self-explanatory. And then draft a template that you can put the content of your information in, and then you can shift blocks of your information for a different market. For instance, you do not want to pitch 3 different stations in the same town, the same pitch. They want original content. They want they want your story to be original and thought-provoking. So just tweak it a little bit. Just tweak it a smidge, and templates are great. So next, I've already covered, you got to address the pitch to a specific journalist or producer. If you can't find that, hire a PR person who can. Don't waste your pitch and all your effort and energy by sending it to an inbox on a voicemail or an inbox to a general info at or contact page on a website. You might as well just throw it straight in the trash can for yourself. Next one is make sure that you stick to what you're offering, and that is features versus benefits. You're talking about the story, not buy my stuff. Any good host of a radio show or a business talk show on television, even on the magazine, will start with a credential, an introduction, a bio, and they'll end with a pitch that says, do business with this person if you thought that was good. You don't have to pitch that for yourself. Let the pros do that. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation, wrap it all up with how to write that perfect pitch. You want to get on media, folks. You really do. Go to youontheradio.com and let us work with you. You can be the next all-star contributor host. Back after this.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM.
DenverHalfPrice.com, where everything is on sale at half price. Get red hot deals from some of the area's best retailers. 50% off carpet cleaning, car washes, spa treatments, gym memberships, tax preparation, oil changes, and more. Everything is on sale at half price. Go to DenverHalfPrice.com and save today. That's DenverHalfPrice.com. Why pay full price for anything? Go to DenverHalfPrice.com.
Information. Everybody wants information. Your world is a nonstop stream of information. But as investors, we have to filter the mass information, recognize pattern trends, and take advantage. At philsgang.com, we simplify and give you the exact information and support you need to make you smarter and a more profitable investor. For as low as $39.95 a month, you'll have complete access to all the Phil's Gang daily information, including the ever so popular Daily Information Sharing Live Market webinar class. Follow Phil's exclusive stock recommendations. Gain the wisdom and knowledge of Phil's 40 years of investing analysis. If your time is tight and you're looking to make profits in the stock market, choose philsgang.com to provide long-term and short-term guidance to making profits in the stock market. This is information you can't live without. Call today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. And sign up today.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers. If you owe the IRS or state-backed taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's good news. Due to the financial hardship many are facing in today's economy, the IRS has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Qualifying for this program will resolve your tax problem, end all collections, and possibly reduce your back taxes by up to 90%. If you are facing wage garnishments, liens, bank levies, audits, or payroll taxes, it's not too late. Your circumstances may qualify you for this special program, protecting your savings and your assets. If you owe the IRS or state-backed taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's no need to worry anymore. Call the hotline at Victory Tax Solutions to see if you qualify and potentially save thousands. For this free information, call 800-420-2121. 800-420-2121. 800-420-2121. That's 800-420-2121.
Ben Franklin once pointed out that the only certainty in life is death and taxes. Are you concerned about how the new tax bill is going to affect you or your business? Are you trying to tackle taxes on your own? Standard deductions, net operating loss, pass-through deductions, it's enough to make your head swim. Unless you're tax expert Josh Berman with Denver Tax Return Service. Josh is an enrolled agent with the IRS and has been helping businesses save money and have peace of mind for the last 13 years. Josh takes pride in working directly with you during the entire process. You'll never be handed off to someone else. He'll walk you through how the new tax code and laws affect you and your business. And beyond tax season, he offers year-round bookkeeping and accounting services. Right now, there's a very special radio offer. All business tax returns start at just $399. Start 2018 off right by calling your tax expert, Josh Berman, at Denver Tax Return Service today for a free half-hour consultation. His number is 720-336-0950. That's 720-336-0950. Or visit taxreturnservicedenver.com. That's taxreturnservicedenver.com.
It's quite possibly the most important advance known to humankind. I'm talking, of course, about the garage door opener. Don's Garage Doors is proud to make your life easier. Endorsed and recommended by Dave Logan himself with over 30 years experience. Don's Garage Doors stands behind their work and does the job right every time. Their uniformed professional installers are experienced, background checked, and courteous. Don's Garage Doors is the answer in the Denver metro area for garage door repair and replacement, as well as springs and openers. For reasonable prices and same-day service in many cases, count on the professionals at Don's Garage Doors, because neither snow, nor rain, nor dark of night will stop our doors from opening and closing. Online at donsgaragedoors.com. When you need it done right today, it's donsgaragedoors.com.
Looking for ways to save on your Medicare Part D copays? Great news! Now all Denver area Rite Aid stores feature a Walgreens pharmacy. Walgreens is a preferred network pharmacy with many plans nationwide, which could mean lower copays for you. Bring your prescriptions to a Walgreens pharmacy and start saving today. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Walgreens, and now Rite Aid's featuring a Walgreens pharmacy, is a preferred pharmacy with United Healthcare, Humana, and Cigna HealthSpring. Walgreens participates with other plans. See walgreens.com/Medicare for details.
revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. This is what you need, according to the group INXS. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. I got to tell you, I'm getting a special joy out of today's program, if for no other reason than the interactivity that is happening on the live streaming of this broadcast to Facebook Live as it goes out over the air, so that you're in your car, you're listening to it, and then of course we're in replay on tomorrow morning in the various country. What am I trying to say? The syndicated stations across the country, but the interactivity of this is so cool. Listener Stephanie, who asked the question about what are you talking about when you're saying tell your stories, comes back and says, thanks, Eric, super helpful. If you have time, restate what you quoted earlier about making sales is not the goal. And God bless you, Stephanie. We appreciate you for taking notes on this. We really are here to help and want you to achieve what you're trying to accomplish in business. And if you want that conversation, going to give you a phone number that you can call us directly when we're off the air. That number is 720-344-2446. Again, 720-344-2446. Call us at Experience Pros corporate headquarters. We'll be happy to have that conversation with you in greater detail. To answer your question, Stephanie, this is the quote that I came up with. Probably the light went on for me probably a month or so ago, and it is this. And it's not that we haven't been practicing this, but I put it into words for the first time, and it addresses the need to shift our expectations of the process of building a business. This is why the Experience Pros radio show is groundbreaking. It's why we've been on the air for 8.5 years. It's why we build an audience, a nationwide audience, and we facilitate the development of influencers along the way, because we've interviewed 35,000 influencers, and we do things differently. We address the issue. Let's agree for a minute that the whole point of going into business is to, at the end of the day, make a transaction, right? That sales are necessary in order to stay in business. I don't know the model that is not dependent upon sales. Sales really important for business. Let's acknowledge that and agree on that one fundamental truth. How we get there is where the great divide comes in. Most people think that we get there by networking and doing networking drive-bys and passing out their business cards and begging people for sales. And some people go to some subversive methodologies in order to get those sales. I had a conversation or a segment on the program yesterday or the day before talking about how, I think it was yesterday, talking about how if you're in a multi-level marketing or a network marketing program, you've got to tell us what the name of the company is on the front side. Don't hide that and say, oh, I just want to sit down with you and I've got an opportunity for you. Can we have a meeting? And we get to the meeting and you give me a DVD and say, here, take the next 20 minutes to watch it. It's you got to have integrity in the process. Along the lines of the comment that I just made, Stephanie, is this. When talking about business development, growth, even sales, as from an influencer's perspective, from the perspective of creating influence, sales is not the goal. Getting sales, that's not the goal. It is the unavoidable byproduct of developing influence. If you don't know how to develop the influence, that is where we can help you. But here's the truth. You can have the best widget, the best service, the best people, the best product, the best system process. But if no one knows you, What have you accomplished? And we know that we're hitting the nail right on the head because people are networking. They're joining chambers of commerce. They're going to wherever the shiny is in order to tell their story. And what media does and how media comes along, strategically placing the right people in the right time, the right message in the right hands at the right time. What is it? The right butts in the right seats on the right bus, go in the right direction, right? That's what we're talking about. So sales, not the goal, but you can't help but make sales once you achieve the influence. I hope that makes it clear for you, Stephanie. If not, 720-344-2446. Call me and let's talk it out. Let's go one step further here. How to write that perfect pitch. You got to make sure that it is interesting and engaging. It's got to be culturally and timely relevant. Don't give me a story on taxes sometime after tax season is over. I'm not interested in something like that. Send your pitch to one journalist, one producer, one media source at one time. Do not mass produce that. And then here's the big thing. You gotta follow up. One pitch per quarter, please. No more. No more. You can write 100 pitches to 100 different media outlets. And we encourage that. We can even help with that if that's what you're looking for. But don't bombard the same source with a pitch and then a different pitch and then a different pitch and then a different pitch. The one thing that we have not talked about today, and it's called newsjacking, and that is the exception to the rule. If there is a major news story that comes across and you have an element of expertise in that, you can do what's called newsjacking. For instance, if there's a story about the opening of a new Amazon outlet and you have inside information because you work at Amazon, by all means, pitch that story and don't wait for the 3 months to do that. But aside from that, if you're not going to newsjack, and you got to be careful with newsjacking because news changes faster than you can imagine, and the story may take a divergent turn, and you might find yourself on the opposite side of your pitch because of the news. But aside from that, stick to one pitch per quarter. If you want more information on how to be the perfect guest, and to do this, we actually teach a course of this. If you want to go to experiencepros.com, click on Empower You Academy, and then click on How to Be the Perfect Guest. Thank you for tuning in to this, the home of positive business talk. Lord willing, we'll do it again tomorrow.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.